Hello guys, this is Hassan from HDFX and let's talk about today US oil, okay? So I'm sure you guys all remember all this move down, 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 where it went all this negative and this stuff. But after this market bounce, this good market, good gap, and then make a new, not a higher low, make a lower high, and make a higher low. So it means that this is the place actually where this something like this probably, but it can be a different formation too. However, it does look like this was the end of this move, whatever was to the downside, okay? So I think what we should do now is put our larger degree here because something on this time frame has ended here. It started, and this move actually probably started somewhere around here. I think I made a video about oil before, so I'm sure I explained this. Maybe something like, I don't know, maybe something like this, probably. Maybe something a little bit different, but this is the idea. So, now this, it's some type of complex correction, and after this complex correction, we don't know. It's exactly the same degree that's finished here, and now it's here. Okay. Now we need a wave A here, or actually, let's try. Let's try the possibilities. Okay. So on one lower degree, what this can be? Well, let's make it a little bit something more bright. Okay. Let's say that this is number one. Okay. Maybe if you're bullish on oil, and this is number two. What you should do if you think that after this move, an impulsive wave started, okay? Well, after this, you have to do something. First of all, you have to determine where is this wave has started. So we put this here. This is exactly the start of wave 1, okay? And this is the end of wave 1. So this is the length of wave 1. So what I would do, if I was trading this as an impulsive move, if I think, of course, now you can only think. You cannot trade it as an impulsive move, but you can think about being an impulsive move. If this is an impulsive move, then you should take your fib tool, okay, and you should go for minimum. Usually, it doesn't have to be, of course, the third wave is the excellent one, but because it's like the most famous one, this is where the third wave should go, okay? Minimum, you would say, if you are thinking about third wave extension. If it's the first wave extension, it's a different story. But or the fifth wave extension, it's a different story. But if you watch my video about fifth wave extensions are something a little bit rare that happens only on special occasions and they have different rules. But if you think something like this is the type of target that you should be looking for. If this is the second way, okay? Now that's the possibility. But if you think that after this, look at this, what kind of this first wave is, and look at what the third wave is looking like. This move doesn't look so impulsive. Why? There is no like extension here. Okay, to me, it doesn't look like it. So, if you wanna still trade the third wave, first you should see an extension. Okay, after you can think, yes, we are in this. And look, you may think to yourself, okay, I missed the train. Well, maybe yes, but if this move is not impulsive and corrective and it comes back and you lose money, well, it's better to wait. It's better to be safe than being sorry, because you're trading 4-hour time frame. If you're trading 4-hour time frame, your losses will be pretty big. So, what I would do actually, instead of this scenario, which is I cannot say it is not valid. Okay, it can be. For me, this looks like a zigzag pattern. Why? First of all, this does look like a triangle to me. It doesn't have to be a triangle. Maybe it's like ABCX, ABCD. It can be a complex correction too. But to me, it does look like a triangle. Well, we know that second wave cannot be a triangle. So that's my first negative thing about this being an impulsive wave too. And also, now, if this is a wave A and this is the wave B, you can think to yourself you're in a wave C. Now, if you're in a wave C and your retracement is, if you make this on the other side, you can see what kind of retracement we have for the B wave. As you can see, it is not even 0.236, okay? So it means that this can only be a zigzag. Well, so far so good. Now, in a zigzag, what do we know? Well, we know in a zigzag, wave A of a zigzag is an impulsive move. We know that wave B of a zigzag is corrective move. And we also know that wave C of a zigzag is impulsive. But this impulsive move can be in two different forms. It can either be classical, which I will just write like this, or it can be a terminal move. Now, this changes things. Because why? Because when we were looking for this, as a impulsive thing, I said after what this starts, this doesn't look impulsive. But if this is not A, B, C, but it was 1, 2, 3, this third wave cannot be a terminal move. So this terminal move you cannot just say every single time if this move doesn't look impulsive to you, but it's supposed to be impulsive, you cannot just say, oh, it's a terminal move. No, terminal move only happens in three places. First, being wave C of a zigzag. Second, being wave C of a flat. And the third is it can only happen in the fifth wave of a impulsive move, classical impulsive move. Okay? So now we know if we think that we are in a C wave of a zigzag and this look doesn't look impulsive to you, then you have to go in one lower degree to try to figure out what this move can look like. Okay, so let's try to do that. Now, for this degree, let's choose one, actually white. So even though if it's a terminal move, you still do it with numbers instead of letters, okay? But still, even though it's letters, it's not impulsive. So you have to make new high as a third wave, and you will make a fourth wave, okay? By the way, this can go on for so long. So when I'm doing this, please don't think that, yes, it is like so little time and it will go. And now you need a fifth wave. And when you have the fifth wave, then you can put the C wave here. Now, if you watched my videos before, wave A and wave C has to be similar on time, or if not, the same. But if the wave C is a terminal move, then you don't need it. You don't need it. No. So, now we are in 39 as of now. After this move is done, what I will do, if the third wave is done, I will still watch it and I will try to do some 1 to 3, and then I will do the fourth wave, something like this. It can be, of course, in different shapes. It can be something like this. It can be something like this. But I like to think that it will form something like a rising wedge. Okay, this way. Also, at that time, what you should do is look at the length of the first wave, okay, and take it on the right side. Then look at the length of third wave and take the length of the fifth wave. Now, when you do that, you have to make sure that your third wave cannot be the shortest. Okay, So if you have a, for example, third wave and a fourth wave, you have to also check 2 to 4 trend line being clean. Okay, but it can be pierced by the fifth wave. Okay, if you start seeing these stuff happening, then in this scenario it's good for us because we are thinking like this. Okay, and what you should do is take the time. Okay, so where's the okay from the start of first wave on this, and let's say it ended here. Yes, now if it's ended here, we think it's ended here, then you should take your fib time zone and take it all the way to the end and take 50% of it and put it on the right side. Okay, just like this. Now, when you do that, you should have a move that's coming back to the wave end of wave B or the start of this terminal move in this time. Okay, then it means that you're expecting a move something like this. Okay, this is crucial. If it doesn't do it, it does something like this. Even though you made money, it still means this idea not true. Okay, so what I would do if really this happens and I took a short, let's say, as an example, if this time passes and the market doesn't do it, I would close my position. My price and time. But in this setup, time being the more important for me. If the time doesn't do it, then it means that we were wrong. Okay? So I hope this idea helps, but look, you should wait. Okay? This is the most important. Now, if you think, now, okay, let's go long for this, because why? Even if it's like a terminal move, it's like it should go up. Well, even though technically yes, it's too risky for it because maybe whatever this is completely wrong. Okay, so you should wait market to do your idea first and then trade it. Okay, so I hope this makes sense, guys, and thank you so much, and see you on the next video.